Despite everything, it's still Gen 3 OU. I'm back. It's been, I don't even know, almost a year maybe since I last recorded a video. Haven't been playing that much Pokemon, but lately I've been getting back into it. Let's see, we're at 1598, just a hair under 1600, and I wanted to get to 1700. That's the goal, right? You know, in theory, well, I've never gotten there before, but in theory, it shouldn't be that hard, right? You can climb 100 elo just like that. But yeah, I'm not in school right now. The semester's over. I'm chilling, and I figured, well, maybe it's time to get back on the saddle. And we're running good old TSS here. This is a recreation from an M Dragon team that I used in the last SPL, and I'm gonna protect on turn one. Gonna be a classic T-Wave from the Regirock. I think Swampert's my response here. I like the protect in the lead slot. It's good against like Metagross lead and stuff like that. Regirock could be wanting to explode here as to clear my Swampert. It's pretty obvious to protect. I'm gonna throw out a Toxic. And we catch the Suicune on the switch in. We have Calm Mind Blissey on this team that can kind of match it. So I think I'm just going to go to my Calm Mind Blissey here. I'll Thunderbolt here in case you roar, get some damage off, and the Toxic ticking. I think that's smart. So Regirock, Suicune. There could be a Magneton in the back. I do have Doug on this team. Well, right here, you're either going to... Well, you're obviously going to rest, right? And the question is, do you have Sleep Talk or do you have Roar? I think I want to Calm Mind again. And then I'll start Thunderbolting just to kind of see what's up. Because I don't want to stay too behind. Yes, it is Sleep Talk. Our Blissey just kind of blanks this, actually. I want to not be too hubristical. I don't want to lose my Blissey here to anything nonsensical. I think I'll Calm Mind again. And then I'm going to Soft Boil. We just need to not get unlucky. We just need to not get crit within like 2 here. Para's going to help us out. I could have healed that turn, but I just went for the Thunderbolt. Just went for it. So we have Blissey with a base stat total of around 10 billion, they're saying. So that's smart. Here's Metagross. Now, I think this is going to want to explode, and I think I value Blissey with my entire life here. There could also be... I don't know, I kind of doubt Tyranitar in the back, which makes me want to be a little bit more cavalier with my Swampert. Because Tyranitar Regirock is kind of insane. I'm just going to go to my Swampert. It's just a mash. 20% I don't think is choice band damage. My head calc is pretty bad these days. Excuse me. What's he called? Swampert? Not Sampert? It's like this one. Mashed it how much? 19. This is not choice band. I think I'm just gonna go for a protect. Stormy in. Go for another protect chip heal. Isn't that great? Here's Metagross again. I think protect is too obvious. I'll just Earthquake. Earthquake does 52. And I'm gonna click it again. We get tagged to Hydro, but you know he's dead and all that. Here's my Snorlax answer. I'm gonna roar this out. Is this a Mag in the back? It could be. I think I value a layer. Here's Regirock. I think Swampert's too good to not go here. Because I think we want to have value Scarm health. I think the only way I can lose this is to Lastmon Curse Lax. I think I could go Swampert here. I mean, my Dugtrio can handle the Metagross, as well as Starmie. I'm going to go straight to Swampert here. Come in on a T-Wave. You could blow up, but I think I'm almost okay with that. Just a quake. I'll protect here. Another quake. That did how much? 22%? I'll quake again. So Regirock faster than Swampert. Does that make sense? I feel like that normally doesn't happen. This is a pretty speedy Regirock. You can live another one. %. They're saying we could go to Starmie and preserve our Swampert. I just don't think that's fruitful though, because I can just kind of force this out in other ways. Like by going to my Starmie right here and surfing. Regirock dead. In comes Snorlax. I still have my entire Scarm. Here's a Metagross. It's not Choice Banded, so I'm not too afraid of this. Yeah, because I can live that. Here's Salamence. Ooh. Sorry, my foot started cramping. I was walking before this. I might be kind of out of breath, I don't know. This could be Dragon Dance. I think Starmie can kind of deal with this. It's going to be a Rock Slide. I think I value 2-wave here. Power Flying comes down, and I can kind of out-heal that. Wish for the full para. There's an interesting spot here. I might just be willing to let my Starmie go to this, because it's not like Starmie's going to help me out against Snorlax. And even the Salamance's is slow as hell. A couple full pairs would help me out a little bit. I think we could go to... I think Tyranitar is our best bet. We can just crunch this. Oh my goodness. I didn't even consider that. I thought I was faster for sure. It's awkward. I guess I can go Scarm and Peck. I might be in dire straits against this Snorlax. Maybe it's not even Curse Rest. Just click the move. Get a crit here. We get the crit! How beautiful. We get the crit. Slow and lucky, hell of a combo. I don't even have much to say. We got the crit. That's all that matters. Yeah, last month Snorlax can kind of mess with this team because we don't have any explode users, so that can get kind of scary. But you know, we'll take the win there. We're up against Blue's Energy now. Who's, oh my god, he's 1825. That might be rank 1. He's so high ranked he's not even here. What? Oh, he must have just won. Yeah. So this is rank 1 Blue's Energy. If you don't know Blue's Energy, I think he's kind of an old school player. He was playing a while back. Kind of a ladder demon. I faced him a few times, and I fared decently well. But you know, this is a bit of a boss battle on the way. We only got like 12 elo from the last game, but we kind of lucked our opponent, so I can't complain. Against a lead Swampert, I am a little perplexed. I kind of want to go to my own Swampert, because the worm in my brain tells me that lead Swampert probably doesn't have Toxic, and we have refresh less hurt here, so we don't want to get Toxic there. Says HF. We'll hit him with the equals. Turn 1, I'm already stumped. Because I don't want to go to Blissey because I don't want to get sub-punched. I think Swampert's probably our best bet, and we hope we don't get Toxic. Hydro Pump does an enormous amount of damage. I think I'll Protect for some chip heal. If he subs, it's over. Okay, there's the Quake. I'll go for the Toxic here. Skarmory. I could go to my own Storm, or we could go to Starmie. I think I'll go to Starmie, and I'll throw out a T-Wave. I've been liking defensive Starmie lately. Man, this Swampert might be kind of rough. Because we don't have a great switch into either stab. So we kind of just have to dance around it, which is just dicey. And I want to preserve my Starmie because I think this is going to be easy layers for my opponent. I'm going to go to Scarm. Maybe I can scare it out with a potential Toxic. But I'm going to make a layer here. That's progress against Swampert, if you can layer. But yeah, those Hydro Pumps are going to do a ton. In comes Skarmory. I think I'm going to go to my Starmie here. Could be Taunt. Yeah, it is Taunt. So Taunt Scarm kind of suggests Gengar in the back, at least I think. Something like that. So it makes sense for him to go Gengar here because I can't Thunder Wave. So I think I might just go for Surf. Chip Zapdos a little bit. That is 33, so that's, in my head, that's offensive Zapdos. Not Zangoose. And Starmie. 36.3. So it's probably got a little bit of investment, actually, defensively speaking. I doubt it's... Yeah, it's not this exact set, but this does have some bulk. So it's looking like a kind of a standard TSS team from Blues. I think Blissey just is the safest bet here. I think it's a Thunderbolt. Hera is a touch annoying. We're kind of allowing a Swampert entry, which is, again, scary. You go for the Ice Beam, but that's going to do like no damage to Swampert, and then my Bliss is going to be forced out. Might just go for the heal here. There's the Swampert. We have full parried, which is kind of a disaster. Matter anyway. I think we're actually dead to an Earthquake here. And this guy's still full health. It is Punch Pert. This is brutal. I'm gonna roll this out, maybe. I'm probably not. Yeah, this is rough. This Swampert is just killing me. We live on 1. We get a Roar off. In comes Tar with no item. Might just be letting Scarm go here. I'll Roar again. Tar with no item, or no lefties. This could be like a DD. Do I want to try and... I think I'm going to need to just go for this. And if it doesn't get there, then we're kind of just shit out of luck. We do get there, okay. So now that takes a little bit of pressure off our Swampert, and maybe we can duel the opposing Swampert a little bit better. Here's Arrow. Here's Arrow. What are we thinking? We're kind of just in shambles. Something's probably going to have to die. I'd probably say a Rock Slide coming down, so we might just want to go to Swampert, but if it double edges, we're probably in trouble. Quake does 31.5. We could be inviting in Zapdos or Scarm. I'm going to go for an Ice Beam. There's the Scarm. And I think I'm just going to have to go for the Ice Beams, and hopefully we can find a spin op. They went for the Roar. Interesting. How much is revealed from this Tar? This is probably Sans Protect, because it's Taunt Scarm. I think a player like Blues would know that this is probably Pursuit Tar with the spin support, and then we're the defensive team. But I'm just going to go for the Fire Blast, maybe stay in, maybe I catch a lucky burn. We stay in, we land the Fire Blast, and we KO the Skarm with only 2 layers. And is there a Gengar on here? I think so, right? Isn't this is kind of like Classico, where it's like Big 5 Arrow and Zapdos instead of Blissey? I think I'm smart for that. Not 100% though. Here's Aerodactyl. Protect Tar. A little bit of a tech here. I mean, you can kind of just spam Earthquake freely though. That's kind of the predicament I find myself in. I might just be having to let Tyranitar go. And maybe I can find a heal opportunity for Blissey. I think we're in dire straits though. Because Earthquake is going to do 42 min. Yeah, and we're super dead. Maybe Starmie can live one, get a spin off, and then give Blissey a second lease on life. But I think as far as Tyranitar, he's for the birds here. I guess we could go to Swampert. We're feeling about that. But I kind of want to clear the spikes. Let's see. The defensive Starmie is going to take a minimum 49.6 after layer. Yeah, so we can live, we can get a spin off, and then that kind of frees up our guys a little bit more. So I think I want to do that. We do threaten the arrow, so maybe he switches out here actually. So maybe there's something to be said about thunder waving or surfing even. But I think Registeel last. Okay, that's not Gengar, which I think I'm not sure how to evaluate that. This could just be a tosser. Let's see. Do I need Blissey? Probably. I could kind of just scout this out and recover here. It's just a tosser. Maybe Starmie's not super necessary. Would you... I'm kind of afraid of a double to arrow here. I don't know if you would do that, though. I don't know. Blues is kind of he's the kind of player to do that. Honestly, a switch to Doug Trio could be interesting here. Because it obviously comes in on the bolts, and it can threaten a double to arrow. I'm just going to go to Blissey. We're kind of running out of clock. Been thinking a lot. Oh, this is going to be a roll, I think. Come on, we got full paired twice earlier. I got to live this. Yeah, we're kind of running out of clock. We do live. Let's go for the heal again. Yes, here's Swampert. And things get a little scary here. But I think... Obviously, I can't afford to get focus punched. Would you click it here? What's the Doug range? This is just offensive Swampert versus Doug Trio. 48? I think I'm kind of willing to trade, actually. Oh, the crit helps. Crit helps. Interesting. 40 seconds left. We do have Starmie that could potentially switch in here. Can Starmie take 2 Earthquakes? Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna go to Starmie, and then I'm gonna Surf. Maybe that was I don't know, because I think the Surf did about 33 to the Zapdos previously. Maybe that might have been a throw. Maybe I should have just parted ways, but we're gonna live even after Sand. I'll just go for the Surf here, not risk anything. So Swampert's dead. Who else is here? Mimikyu. Here's Aerodactyl. I think I just have to die. Over the Surf. Okay, Double Edge down. I think that's gonna kill Blissey. It's calm. I don't think it matters, but check real quick. Double Edge does 51 minimum. Jesus. Alright, yeah, it's gonna have to be Swampert, and it's gonna have to be... Do I go for the Chip Heal? Or do I just go for the Beam? I think I just go for the Beam. Yeah, because... You have to... I think you have to switch out here. There could be something to be said about Quaking. I think you have to switch out here, because if you let Arrow die, Blissey kind of solos. I'm gonna look like such an idiot. I'm just gonna... Okay, there's the Ice Beam. Bit of a mind game here. I have a free Protect, because you can't sub or else you die to Sand. I guess in theory this could rest. It doesn't. If it's Hidden Power, I think either way I just have to stay in. There it goes. And it's Toxic. This could have been... I think that's HP Ice, actually. Little inside baseball there. Well, I think something is going to have to die here. But it can't be Swampert because Arrow can just double edge these two. So we have to protect Swampert with our whole life. Blissey can come in on his Seismic. I think I go to Blissey here. And then we go Doug, and then we trap this. Get the EQ off. This could be like counter. I think if it's counter, we're kind of shit out of luck. But if it's not, we can live a Seismic. And then we're going to get our Swampert in. Hidden Power... What is that? HP Grass? I guess that's HP Grass. So we can EQ here. Let our Doug die. Swampert in, and then we just need to not get flinched to hell. We even dodge, wow. It's a win against the rank 1 Blues Energy, 1825. I don't think I've ever beaten a player that high rated. Wow, would you look at that? Plus 30 is an incredible boon. I kind of want to call it there. I'll drop the GG in the chat. I would say that was a GG. Wow, yeah, I mean, that was what, 2 games? But we climbed almost 50 elo in those 2 games because we beat the rank 1 Blues Energy. Wow. What a return to Gen 3 OU. That was a ton of fun. I think I'll call it there. I'm a little bit shaken up. But I think I'll be back soon, and the climb is on to 1700. So yeah, it's great to be back, and if you made it all the way through, I appreciate you for watching, and tap back in, because we're on the climb. We're on the climb.